Diaz over Pelsha. They win, but we've got to look back to LMP2 as well, because Nicholas Shepard, with only a couple of corners to go, Lorenzo, he could be the driver who ends the Jack Hedgecock's reign of terror. Still working through some final bits of GTP traffic here. J.R. Williams is going to come home, but here is Nicholas Shepard in the lead in the LMP2 class. It was Jack Hedgecock who won the first 2 weeks in a row. That's done with. Nicholas Shepard is a winner for the first time in the PRL.
Yeah, finally breaking dominance. As you can see, the sea of like GTPs and LMP2s trying to get around the track, and a frantic finish between everybody. Really good battle in the mid-pack despite some questionable driving standards. But what happened to the number 18 right here?
Trouble for Joshua Chinsky trying to get off the road. Jeff Evans coming through.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know. Is he? Oh, if he has to serve a drive-through on the final lap, that's not going to count. He's going to be forced to the end of the lead lap.
Yep, he's the.
Here's what happened. Late on the brakes, too late on the brakes, and I think did that one off track give Joshua Chinsky the
Yes.
one incident point he needed?
Yes.
Bad luck. One corner to go. It hurts enough to crash on the last lap. It hurts even more to reach the incident limit on the final corner.
It hurts even more if you hit the incident limit after the race is over.
But what a day for Nicholas Shepard, and
Yep.
clearly he didn't have to save a ton of fuel because he's still got the fuel to do a victory lap, Lorenzo.
Yeah, we can never complain about having a victory lap. It's always good as long as you give him some donuts. Give us donuts.
Do it. Turn the ABS off and give us some donuts. Come on, Nicholas.
You can hear it.
That was.
Oh no. He went for the pictures.
Oh, there we go.
Hold on.
Yes.
There we go.
That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Nicholas Shepard. When you beat a guy like Jack Hedgecock, donuts are certainly deserved. Nicholas Shepard, he's going home with a whole half dozen of them. What a day we had at Spa here. What a battle in GTP. And it came down to only half a second between the two Precision Racing Esports teammates, Michael Diaz and Pat Pelsha. Colin Hopkins, another podium for him. He's really been holding the torch for Fiercely Forward at the end of these races. And Dave Menino, second in the championship. Another solid result for him as well in fourth. Aiden Young in fifth, rounds out the top five. Ryan O'Connor could have had that last spot in the top five. A late spin drops him to sixth, though. Mac Miller up to sixth at the end of the race. And Rafael Russo ahead of Boris Ovando, who went from 24th to 9th in this race, or 20th to 9th, rather. And Zach Hebert rounds out the top 10 in GTP. J.R. Williams, 11th place after maybe bullying an LMP2 car out of the way. Eric Neath spun out of the top five. And Sammy Hendricks and Robert Ridgway make it atomic 13th and 14th ahead of Anthony Dring. Nick Silver, very quiet day for him, but maybe that's a good thing, staying out of trouble, as did Jeff Evans. Devin Brock, 18th. Felipe Ciramello, didn't see what happened to him, but he ran into late trouble. He finishes a couple of tenths ahead of Bradley Holly in P19. Then we get into the used car lot after Andres Espinoza. Big wreck for Nicholas Schwartz. Even bigger wreck for Richard Regan Jr. And Daniel Harris for the third week in a row. It's pole to DNF. He's going to be hoping to come back next week to finally turn things around, but it hasn't happened here at Spa. In LMP2, things look different. It's not Jack Hedgecock at the top for the first time. Nicholas Shepard takes his first win in the PRL ahead of the aforementioned Jack Hedgecock, who's probably not going to be too unhappy with a second place at the end of the day. Nicholas Goen comes home to round off the podium. Then Caleb Lehman, Chip Michaels, Carter, Roy, Harmon, Strykars, and Rabel round out the top 10 in LMP2. Chase Kaufman was up and down all day long. He comes home with P11 ahead of Benke, Hoskins, Chinsky, Evans, and Goen. Chinsky, maybe a penalty on the final lap. Josh Goen was up front, ran into some trouble, fell back. Alexander Good had an Alexander bad day. He got punted by a GTP. And Giovanni Perez D'Amico stayed out of trouble. He finished one lap down. Ryan Chandler, didn't see what happened to him, but he was in the used car lot, as was Baked Ziti, Blake Ziti. LMP2 was only 20 cars, and only 2 cars with heavy damage. I'd say that's a pretty clean day in LMP2.